Hello, I'm Zardus, and let's play Banished. Welcome back to Northpass, our little hamlet of banished people who went up to the north and found this little valley to settle in. And this is episode 2 of the series. We just made it through the first winter. As you can see, we're in spring now. And there's a few things I want to do today, but pretty much I just want to, with this series, kind of go where it leads us and not plan out too much and just kind of go with it. So one thing I wanted to talk about though is that on a forum I posted this video and then somebody commented and said that, oh, you only need 2 people working that 15 by 15 farm because that makes it more efficient. Well, I thought about that for a long time, and I do want to keep it at 4, and there's a few different reasons for that. First of all, just because I want to. Second of all, because I think it, I know that when the farmers are not working the field, they become laborers. So if there's 4 of them, they can get their work done twice as fast. As you can see, they're making progress in planting today. And then as soon as they're done, they all become laborers again. And then we have more people around to do little stuff like cut down trees that I tell them to cut down, or move things around and stuff like that. Another reason is that I want to shoot, what was the other reason? Sometimes I forget stuff like this. Yeah, I don't know. It'll come to me. But in the meantime, let's keep going. Another thing I want to do is I want to look at the resource limits that we have set here. So somebody did point out, and it was very helpful, that the limits are very low in the beginning. And I think there's some good reason for that, because you want to, you don't want to overdo some resources when you may end up, you may want to reassign your workers in order to fill what you need. But I am just going to raise all of them by a power of 10. I think food, I went 100 because you can never have too much food. But, so that's the plan there. Now, another thing I want to do is, in city builders, one of the key things is to move slowly. And you see that in city skylines, because you want to avoid a death wave by having too many people come in at the same time. Just the game mechanics in general usually mean that people who begin their life in the game will end their life at the same time too. There's not so much randomness about when people die. And in real life that happens too. I mean, you see a big generation come along, like the baby boomers, and then that may put strain on the future generations, because the baby boomers will, for the most part, die in the same like 10 or 15, 20 year period. And so that, or at the very least, they will retire in the same 10 or 15, 20 year period, because that's just when you retire. And so that puts a strain on the community, because then you have more people that are out of the workforce, or you have people passing away, and just fewer people to work and do things for you. And so I think that is a bit of a realistic part of the game. And here in Banished, one way we can control that is by limiting the number of houses we have. Because as you can see, a house creates a family, and the family then adds children. And so as you add houses, you're going to see more children being born. And so what I want to do, and this is just a theory that I want to try, is every year I want to build just 1 or 2 houses. Whether or not we think we need them, we're just going to do it. Because I think that over time will lead to a more gradual increase in the population. And that is much more manageable than having big spurts of people coming in and then a big spurt of people dying. So I think we already built our house for the year. What I'm going to do is when winter comes, I'm going to start queuing up a new house to build and a new farm every year. Because that's the other thing. I want to have a ton of food. And this year in particular, the Gatherer's Hut is going to become less and less effective because we are removing the trees out of its area. And the Gatherer's Hut does need a forest area in order to gather items. I think the Hunter may or may not be effective here as the town grows too. We'll have to watch that. But yeah, so let's get started. We'll go ahead and play at 5 speed for now. Well, no. We'll go up to 10 speed because I think we're a little bit more stable. So another thing I want to do is I want to, you can see right now we only have one builder and one laborer. Eventually I want the laborers I want to keep quite a few. Oh, look, Doria has become an adult and is now a laborer. So yeah, we can have, I'm trying to figure out a percentage. Let's say, right now we have two, I think a good number of laborers would be about 25% of the population of adults. And so right now we are at 17 and we have 2, so that's a little bit more than 10%. So I'd like to see more laborers there. Looks like we've got all of the pumpkins planted. Yield is increasing. They're growing. It's kind of cool to see. But in the meantime, oh, look, we have a blacksmith. Okay, so we are going to use iron and logs, and we need to hire a blacksmith because we do need to get some tools going. So now we're going to be short on laborers again. And yeah, I mean, I'd like to get more people in here. And I suppose the answer to that is, well, build more houses. But like I just said, we're going to be patient because I think that's the way the game will work to our benefit. What is this symbol? The woodcutter doesn't have enough wood. So we've turned all of our logs into firewood. So let's make sure that we have people clearing trees. Let's take those trees out. And let's clear over here too. I mean, eventually I want that to be other stuff, but okay. So that'll help that. Laborers and people are going to start clearing that away when they're not working. So now, is he producing? Yep, he's done 5 tools. So that'll be good because we were getting pretty low. Reserve of iron is low as well. I mean, at this point in the game, I feel like all of our reserves are going to be low. Got some iron up there. Collect. Oh good, we have our tailor is ready. He's going to use leather to make coats, which is fine because we have 32 textiles. Yeah, 32 leather. So that'll work out well. But for that, we do need one of these here, jobs. Okay, we don't need the builder anymore, so we can put him on tailor. I wish these kids would grow up and be laborers more. Now, eventually I do want to have a school, because that will make everything more efficient over time as the people become more educated, they become more efficient in their work, but I don't think it's necessary just yet, and for the beginning I want to focus mostly on get us more and more and more laborers and workers. We're going to focus on quantity over quality. Hey, look, the harvest has begun. It'll be interesting to see what we yield from this farm. I'm interested to watch all of our production. Yeah, see, the gatherer is getting less and less productive. In fact, I think we're going to remove that building now, because we need that person working on something else. They were not producing enough. Okay, we've got the snow, early autumn. So that was the other reason why I wanted to have more workers on the farm, because then the food gets harvested a tiny bit faster. What are you upset about? No job. Why do you have no job? Oh, because we got rid of the gatherers. Okay, so now we have a much better number of laborers. So that's good. And the tailor is out of leather. So that's okay, I suppose. I mean, we have enough clothes for now that we can hang on to what we've got. We're in good shape with food. We've got 2,400. It's winter time, so let's get a house building. We're just going to squeeze them in right there. Let's get 2 going, because we do need more laborers pretty quickly. Let's do the house first, and then the road. Like that. And then bring the road just across. And maybe we'll get more houses in here too. Yeah, so the tailor keeps running out of leather, but that's okay. The woodcutter is producing a lot of firewood. Happy about that as well. So I think next we're going to need to get like a forester or a oh, you know, we need to assign a builder to demolish that building, apparently. How did our... Yeah, see, only 540. So we're getting a little bit more. I'm not very pleased with some of our food production. 767, I mean, that's really low. But, how about the hunter has done really well, actually. What's his zone? Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm happy to see that. I mean, the hunter can keep doing that. Crop field isn't that great, but we're gonna keep going with it. We're in late winter now. Our houses are queued up. Okay, early spring. Let's get another farm going, because that's what I said we were going to do. And we'll just put it a little bit of space in there. We'll do another 15 by 15, even though that's going to make people mad, apparently. Bring a road down. Bring it this way as well. I should have built the farm during the winter, now that I'm thinking of it. That was the original plan, is to build, queue up the farm during the winter so it's ready to go in the spring. But I forgot about that. So we're gonna just go with this. And hopefully we'll have enough food. We have 1,700. We have 24 people in total, so that should be enough food for the, not the whole year, but hopefully we'll generate enough otherwise. So we'll see. In the meantime, I mean, do we have an... Oh yeah, we have 3 out of 3 on there. Only 600 fish. There are, on this map, I was looking around a tiny bit, there are some really good farming or fishing spots. So like here will be a good spot for dock, and here, so those will be good. But in the meantime, we've got this one that is not in a very good location. You can see in its ring, it probably only has about 30% of water that it can go fishing in. So that's not the best, but it will do. So our one builder decided to build the roads first, which is fine, I guess. Okay, so the gatherer's hut is gone. Each builder would build the houses first, and I can prioritize that if I remember where things are. Here we go. So now it should focus on building the houses so we can get more stuff. Okay, logs are low again. But we have plenty of firewood. So we can just be low on logs for it. Oh no, but we need logs for building stuff. Okay, so now that I've done this, we're going to... No, I don't want to run out of firewood. So if anything, we need to build a forester. So, I mean, I don't want it to be too far away. But I guess we have to. Especially now that I don't want it up there. Let's think about this. Okay, we need to put a crop here. We need more farmers. We will get just 2 there for now because we don't have enough labor or not enough people. So I wanted to do farms down this way. I don't want to do my foresters there, but I guess temporarily we can put a forester over here. I'm also not that thrilled about having our stuff so far away. I think let's go here. There, I think it was. Hard to see. I think it is. Okay, so that'll be that, and I closed this out again. Oops, wrong one. This. 6 laborers. Okay, so now we can get, let's get another one on building. So yeah, we just had a whole bunch of kids become laborers, so that's really helpful. What else are we short on? Let's get another fisherman going. Oh crap, our food is very low. We may not have enough food this winter. Our harvest is going. I hope they hurry up. Let's get more farmers. Okay, things are getting a bit tense. We have plenty of firewood. That's good. But we keep running out of logs. So, once the forester is up and going, which will be soon, let's get a, storage stockpile here. Let's do 6 by 6. And that will give him a spot to put the wood temporarily before it gets brought into town. And here is late autumn, harvest is over. We only have 1,400 food. We are going to be in trouble we are going to be in trouble. So let's also, since we're going to have a forest over here, let's put a gatherer's hut as well. And then we will need a storage barn to put the food in. That's done. Okay, so now we need, what was this, a forester? So that'll help. He's going to cut and plant. And that will generate more logs. Yep, there he's generating logs. Generating more and more firewood too. Firewood will be really good to have because we'll be able to sell it. And firewood fetches a good amount of money. So that will be good as well. It's gonna be interesting though to see how our food shapes out. It is now spring, and I forgot to queue up our houses. So now that I did that fancy talk about how we were going to have all these houses every year and farms, forgot to queue up a farm as well, but we're just going to wait on that for now because we really don't have enough people to do some of this. And food is very critical. We need to up the priority on here. On the gatherer's hut. The builders need to come over here right away. So I mean, this is where Banished gets fun. You have a lot of stuff going on. You have to worry about the food. All kinds of other stuff. Now our people are not too old, and our families are generating kids. We really could use a lot more houses, but again, I want to grow slowly because, for example, we don't have enough food to handle the people that we have, so we need to make sure that we go slow. And then, like, these guys keep running out of supplies. He's out of iron, probably. Yeah, we have no more iron currently. But we have a good amount of tools, so I'm not too worried about that right now. We're out of leather off and on, but we have a good amount of clothes, so I'm not too worried about that either. Now we have 2 farms going. Soon we're going to have a gatherer's hut that will be effective, and our food crisis will be over, hopefully. Early summer. We're at about 900 food. We're cutting it close, but I think we're going to make it. We have another laborer here that can be our gatherer when ready. How's our... Yeah, okay, the forester is collecting a bit of log now. You know what we can do is we can collect the stone from here and the iron, because that'll clear up more space for growing trees in here. And so yeah, so that'll be good. Now, did our gatherer's hut get built yet? Not yet. Hopefully soon. Almost there. 80. 90. 100. Okay, let's get some gatherers there. Cut back on our building to just 1 builder. We only have one more kid, so the houses will be important, but for now, I think things are going to be pretty stable. We're going to build this barn here so that the gatherer doesn't have to walk all the way to the other barn to store things. That'll make them more efficient. And we're getting more logs periodically. I think we're going to be in good shape. And you know what I could do, now that I'm thinking of it? We could take off the woodcutter for a bit. Add another gatherer. So after harvest we have over 3,000 food. We are good on food now. So that crisis is done. Okay, but now it is winter. So you know what that means. We're going to build more houses. 2 more houses can get queued up. And we're going to get another farm going. So let's see, will this fit here? Yeah, we can do a 15 by 15 there. So that'll take a little bit of time, but then we'll have plenty of farms going. The one concern I have right now is that I have 2 concerns. One, that we're getting a lot of wooden buildings very close together, and that could spell trouble if we have a fire, which I do have the disasters turned on. The other issue is that we have the same crop very close together. So if one field becomes infected, then that's going to spread to the other fields very well, very, very quickly. And we have some issues in that, like, our health is starting to drop. We probably should get, like, an herbalist or a hospital eventually, but we don't have the people. And so we're gonna have to wait. And I mean, you can already see that we need more builders, going to need more farmers once this is complete. Which we can put on other stuff. What is this? Storage for produced goods is near capacity. I don't think so. Stone is low. And we've got this whole stockpile here that is only 8% full. Oh, our barn is almost full. Well, that makes a difference. Okay, so we're going to increase the priority on this storage barn. And then we really need to get these houses going, because we need more people. And more people means we need more kids. So once this barn is up, we may be in a little bit better shape. Got a lot of iron and stone way over here, which doesn't make it for the most effective use of our laborers' time, because they have to walk all the way, or the the people who need that stuff, the blacksmith, has to come all the way over there for the iron, but that's okay. We're gonna go with that. Okay, so now we're getting houses built. And we're still waiting on the storage barn. But that's okay, because I think we consumed more of our food. So yeah, this one is emptying out as we eat more food and before harvest. We have another farm here for the pumpkin, but I'm disabling it this summer because it's too late to plant anyway, I think, and we don't have enough people to work it. So we have another house that was built. These are like almost all full. We have another one. Alright, so Doria and Dellen, you need to produce some children for us. No pressure, but actually quite a bit of pressure. And Dillam and Shari, you need to produce some children for us. And let's see this one. It's gonna take some time. Okay, so that's about it for this episode, I guess. Our time is about up, and so I think I will leave it here. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, then please hit like. If you disliked it, please go ahead and hit dislike, but leave a comment and tell me why. If you're new to the channel, please hit subscribe so you can follow along. And yeah, I hope you have a great day, and thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.